Next on Good Morning El Paso, another deadline for the Children's Hospital bankruptcy case. Children making a counteroffer, and now the ball is in the county's court.
A murderer is on the loose this morning, and police need your help finding whoever shot and killed a man on the west side.
Also, why thousands of soldiers, including hundreds from other countries, are here in the borderland this week.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine. A very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. Good Monday morning, I should say. Welcome back to Good Morning El Paso. Let's go ahead and talk to Crystal Clay about our forecast.
Yes.
But first, last night, right?
Yes, we want to talk about last night because, Crystal, we got so many photos of this amazing lunar eclipse and the blood moon.
Yeah, beautiful photos that were sent in to us. We asked, and man, we did receive, and we're so appreciative of it. This is one of my favorite ones, actually, right here that was sent in to us. That's a kind of time-lapse almost photo of the eclipse occurring. Great shots that were sent in to us through our Facebook account. We are feeding these in live right now, and we really do appreciate you posting those pictures. If you have one and you didn't realize you could share it with us, go on over to our Facebook page, KVIA.com, and post it as a comment so that we can show it off this morning on air. Now let's talk about your forecast outside, starting with your clouds and radar map. It's clear out there, which was the case last night while we were able to see that lunar eclipse so perfectly throughout the night. The clear conditions will last throughout today as well. As for your temperatures, 66 the temperature in Las Cruces and 65 in El Paso this morning. It's a nice fall-like start outside, but don't be fooled by the fall-like weather because it's not going to be a fall-like day. We are tracking temperatures all the way into the mid-90s later on. We will discuss when the cool down actually hits our 7-day forecast coming up.
Okay, looking forward to it, Crystal. And we begin with round-the-clock coverage and video you just have to see this morning. Why I-10 west at Paso had to be closed a few hours ago. Take a look at that. This is video from the TxDOT traffic cameras this morning. A car went up in flames, and you can see the smoke coming from the car. We also have video of what it looked like afterward. Our round-the-clock crew was on the scene after fire crews put it out. The good news is no one was injured, and I-10 is open to traffic once again, and no backups at this time.
More round-the-clock coverage now from the east side. Another crash on I-10 West this morning, this one at Hawkins, involving 3 vehicles. This is new video from the scene of that crash. Police have been working to clear the scene, and traffic is now flowing smoothly. Emergency crews tell us that no one was even taken to the hospital. We did have some backup earlier, but all is clear now on the interstate. And this morning, we're talking about another deadline. University Medical Center and county commissioners will meet later this morning to discuss a possible solution to save the bankrupt El Paso Children's Hospital. We have Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas live right now with the very latest. Good morning.
And good morning, Hillary. And this latest deadline is today at noon, but UMC officials and county commissioners are meeting this morning at 8 o'clock. And all of last week, we've seen offers and counter offers fly back and forth. County Judge Veronica Escobar says this latest round of negotiations is worth the try. Judge Escobar says she believes they're getting closer to a deal than they were just a couple of days ago. This comes after Judge Escobar says Children's just recently decided to pursue a different approach. El Paso Children's nor University Medical Center have released details on what exactly is in those term sheets that both hospitals just cannot agree on. County officials say that a decision needs to be finalized so UMC can set its budget for the upcoming year. UMC maintains that Children's owes it $100 million in rent and services, and if negotiations fail, then the two sides will end up meeting in court. Stephanie, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Denise. Police are searching for whoever shot and killed a man outside a West Side bar over the weekend. It happened outside Pockets Billiards on the 4000 block of North Mesa Saturday morning. Investigators say the suspect and the 32-year-old victim got into an argument in the parking lot, and that is when the suspect shot the victim several times before driving away. The victim was taken to Providence Hospital and later died. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police. El Paso police are also looking into a possible homicide case in the Lower Valley. Investigators say relatives found a 38-year-old woman dead at the Valley Place Apartments. That's on the 8200 block of Carpenter Drive. Investigators say due to the suspicious nature of her death, Crimes Against Persons and the medical examiner are both investigating. The woman has yet to be identified.
One person is dead after a crash on the east side that happened Sunday morning on Treywood and Lee Trevino right around 2:30 a.m. A pickup truck, a compact car, and a motorcycle were all involved. The three drivers taken to the hospital. One of them, the motorcyclist, later died. No names have been released.
It was a busy weekend for rescue teams in the Franklin Mountains. A 30-year-old man was rescued yesterday after he claimed he was chased by coyotes and got lost around Trans Mountain. Crews responded to the 5,000 block of Los Pueblos and found the man uninjured. Also, two mountain bikers following rescue crews were called to save the mountain bikers at Chuck Heinrich Park in northeast El Paso just after 4 p.m. yesterday. They found the two cyclists on Hit Park Trail within an hour. One of the bikers, a 25-year-old man, was treated on the scene, and both were brought down safely in a vehicle.
Highway 70 between Las Cruces and Alamogordo will have intermittent road closures throughout the day. So here's what's going on. There is a massive military exercise happening over the next few days. About 600 paratroopers jumped over White Sands Missile Range on Sunday. The soldiers are part of the 82nd Airborne Division from Fort Bragg in North Carolina. Just look at that video. It's great to watch. The entire exercise involves over 10,000 people from the U.S. Army and Air Force, including hundreds from NATO allies like the United Kingdom, Italy, and even France. The training scenario has the troops storm Space Harbor and retake it from hostile forces played by local troops.
Once they seized the airfield, as you saw, some C-17s landed with additional equipment and troops. They will defeat the enemy forces and secure the area so they can proceed south and to another objective in Fort Bliss.
You follow all that? By the way, the training exercise is set to end October 8th.
It is 6:07 and we're taking a look at our text traffic cameras at I-10 and Harnos, now East Lake. You can see traffic moving along pretty smoothly, no problems to tell you about.
And keep it here for much more to come on Good Morning El Paso throughout the morning.
Prince Francis wraps up his historic trip to the U.S. with a huge mass and a meeting with sexual abuse victims as well as prisoners.
And you may have noticed something unusual with the moon last night, but if you missed it, you're going to have to wait a long time to see it again, unless you're satisfied with photos, right?
And we'll have plenty of those right here at Good Morning El Paso. Also, your storm track weather forecast with meteorologist Crystal Clyde.
And that forecast does include a very hot day ahead of us. We're going to talk about what's typical this time of year and what we'll actually see coming up after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.